Animal chiropractic friends, we've been hearing reports about veterinarians, especially equine veterinarians, falling out of favor. I mean, there are fewer of them. And we also know that it's been going on for quite some time. There are fewer and fewer large animal veterinarians. That's the large animal that deal with cattle and pigs and sheep and goats and out in the rural areas, and those rural areas are suffering. But it's not just that they're suffering for. They're also being bombarded from all different positions, from people who are trying to purchase their land or take over their space or make raising cattle a bad thing. And then we've seen all the other things going on, like the huge fires that have been here in Texas and across the country in these rural areas that just don't make any sense. How will these people who raise our food, the 2% of the population who raise food for the 98% who live in cities and don't get out in the country and don't have gardens and don't do their own food raising, how will they survive and thrive without the support of a veterinary medical team? Yes, that's what's happening. And when you think about these large feedlots have, they have one veterinarian on staff and everybody else is just at the direction of that veterinarian. They are not particularly trained in health and wellness. They don't quite understand drug dosages. They don't understand how just a little bit more can actually be a dangerous thing. And so these animals, not only are they suffering at the hands of these guys, but we are suffering because that's what they're producing. They're producing animals that are strangely overdosed or having difficulties. How are we going to solve that? And I propose that we continue to thrive and consider adding animal chiropractic. There are many, many doctors out there. There are people out there who wanted to be a veterinarian, who recognized what a hard life that was and decided to go another route. And many of those people are still doctors of chiropractic. And when they are trained very specifically for animal chiropractic, and in more particularly, so this is additional training above and beyond their usual, high school, college, that kind of training. You have to realize that an animal chiropractor, number one, graduated high school, graduated college with a degree, went to chiropractic school for 3 to 4 years, and then took an additional 240 hours of animal chiropractic training. And in addition to that, in order to adjust food animal, cows, pigs, sheep, goats, chickens, those doctors take an additional 20-hour course. That's right. So not just anybody can adjust those food animal species and make that farmer more money and help that rancher have a more successful product when they get finished. But animal chiropractic is one way to, number one, put more expert eyeballs on those animals on a routine basis so that those farmers and ranchers can do better without the drug residues, the harmful hormones that are affecting those of us who eat that food, and they actually cost these ranchers more money and affect the reproductive ability of those animals, which means fewer offspring. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor who has yet to add animal chiropractic to your practice, but you find that having cleaner, more nutritious food in your grocery store is important to you and your family, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where you can become a part of this growing need for food that is raised humanely, cleanly, and more efficiently so that farmers and ranchers can thrive and survive.